Have you ever wondered about the truths of intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting, or IF as it is commonly known, is a dietary approach that has been gaining momentum in recent years. It's not a diet in the traditional sense, but more accurately described as an eating pattern. This pattern alternates between periods of eating and fasting, creating a unique rhythm to your daily meals that many find beneficial. IF's popularity has soared for a number of reasons. Some people are drawn to its simplicity, while others appreciate the flexibility it offers compared to more rigid dieting methods. It's also been touted for its potential benefits in weight loss, metabolic health, and even longevity. But it's not just about skipping meals. There's a science behind intermittent fasting that makes it more than just a trending diet fad. The concept of intermittent fasting is fairly straightforward. Instead of eating whenever you please, you allocate specific windows for eating and fasting. It's about when you eat, not necessarily what you eat, although a balanced and healthy diet is always recommended. This pattern can vary from fasting for 16 hours and eating for 8, to eating normally for 5 days and significantly reducing calorie intake for 2 non-consecutive days. The beauty of intermittent fasting is that it can be tailored to fit individual lifestyles and preferences. Now you might be thinking, why would I want to intentionally starve myself? Well, it's not about starvation. It's about giving your body a break, a chance to reset and repair. And it's not a new concept either. Our ancestors often went without food for extended periods due to the unpredictability of their food sources. So, in a way, intermittent fasting is a return to our roots, a nod to our evolutionary past. So, is intermittent fasting a miracle cure-all? Well, not exactly. Like any dietary approach, it doesn't suit everyone and it has its pros and cons. But it does have potential benefits that are backed by scientific research, which we'll be delving into in this video. Now, let's dive into the truths of intermittent fasting based on current scientific understanding. First up, let's talk about weight loss and metabolic rate. You see, intermittent fasting, or IF, as it's often referred to, can lead to a natural reduction in calorie intake. It's not about starving yourself, but rather about limiting your eating window. This can naturally lead to fewer calories consumed, which is a key factor in weight loss. But it's not just about eating fewer calories. IF also improves metabolic flexibility. This is your body's ability to switch between burning carbs and fats for energy. Think of it as your body's fuel switching mechanism. When you fast, your body depletes its sugar stores and starts burning fat for fuel. This metabolic switch not only helps in weight loss, but also improves your energy levels and overall health. Studies have shown that IF can indeed lead to weight loss, and some evidence suggests it may be as effective as traditional calorie restriction. So, IF can be a tool for weight loss, but remember, every individual's body response can be different. Moving on to insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control. Insulin sensitivity is essentially how responsive your body is to insulin's effects. When you have high insulin sensitivity, your body requires less insulin to lower your blood sugar levels. Now this is where intermittent fasting comes into play. By alternating between periods of eating and fasting, IF can help improve your body's insulin sensitivity. This is particularly beneficial for those at risk of type 2 diabetes, as it can potentially help regulate blood sugar levels and manage the condition. But it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. The impact of IF on insulin sensitivity can vary greatly from person to person, influenced by factors such as their baseline metabolic health, the specific type of fasting they undertake, and the duration of their fasting periods. While IF can help control blood sugar, it's important to remember that results can vary. What about heart and brain health, you may ask? Well, let's delve into the potential benefits of intermittent fasting on these two vital organs. Our heart is a tireless worker, and maintaining its health is paramount. Intermittent fasting may lend a helping hand here by improving various risk factors associated with heart disease. These include reducing inflammatory markers, lowering blood pressure, and improving levels of total cholesterol, LDL cholesterol, and triglycerides. In essence, intermittent fasting can act like a tune-up for our cardiovascular system, helping to keep our heart running smoothly. But the benefits don't stop at the heart. Let's move on to the brain. This spectacular organ, the command center of our body, can also reap the rewards of intermittent fasting. Research, primarily conducted on animals, has shown that IF can have neuroprotective effects. This means it could potentially reduce the risk of neurodegenerative diseases and improve brain function. What's behind these brain benefits? The mechanisms might include reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, which are like fires slowly burning our cells. Intermittent fasting can act as a fire extinguisher, helping to control these damaging processes. Additionally, IF has been shown to increase brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. Think of BDNF as a fertilizer for our brain cells, helping them grow and function better. So, whether it's for the heart or the brain, intermittent fasting seems to offer several benefits. But it's important to note that while the research is promising, much of it is currently based on animal studies. Human bodies are complex and respond differently, and more research is needed to fully understand the effects of intermittent fasting on our heart and brain health. In the meantime, if you're considering giving intermittent fasting a try, it's always a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional first. They can provide guidance based on your personal health profile and help you navigate the journey safely and effectively. Research shows promising results, but remember, most of it is based on animal studies. So until further human studies are conducted, let's proceed with an open mind and a cautious approach. Now, let's discuss cellular repair, longevity, and cancer risk. When we fast, our body gets a well-deserved break from digesting food and shifts its focus to cellular repair. One such process is autophagy. The term autophagy comes from the Greek words for self and eating. It's a bit like our body's housekeeping service. During autophagy, our cells clean out damaged components, recycling them into new parts or disposing of them entirely. This process is like a rejuvenation spa for our cells. While this sounds great, you might be wondering, what does this have to do with longevity? Well, some scientists believe that autophagy plays a key role in delaying the aging process. It's like a fountain of youth at a cellular level. Most of the evidence for this comes from animal studies, showing that fasting can extend lifespan by triggering these cellular repair processes. But the potential benefits of fasting don't stop at cellular repair and longevity. There's also a connection between intermittent fasting and cancer risk. Some animal studies suggest that fasting may reduce the risk of developing cancer. Additionally, fasting might increase the effectiveness of chemotherapy. This is because fasting stresses cancer cells, making them more susceptible to the treatment. In a nutshell, intermittent fasting may help our bodies maintain cellular health, potentially contributing to a longer life and a reduced risk of cancer. But before you jump on the fasting bandwagon, it's important to note that most of these findings are based on animal studies. While animals are valuable models in scientific research, they're not perfect replicas of humans. Our bodies may respond differently. While these benefits sound promising, remember human data is limited and more research is needed. We're still in the early days of understanding the full implications of intermittent fasting on our health. So, as always, it's a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional before making any major changes to your diet or lifestyle. Finally, we'll talk about who should avoid IF, the role of adherence and lifestyle fit, the variability in fasting protocols, and the importance of nutritional quality. Intermittent fasting isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. Certain individuals should steer clear from it. These include people with health conditions like diabetes, especially those on medications that increase hypoglycemia risk, and those with a history of eating disorders or disordered eating. Pregnant or breastfeeding women, children, and those with a history of nutrient deficiencies should also exercise caution. It's essential to consult with a healthcare professional before embarking on a new dietary journey. Next, let's talk about adherence and lifestyle fit. The sustainability of intermittent fasting heavily hinges on its compatibility with your lifestyle and preferences. Some individuals find the fasting periods challenging, which can affect adherence and potentially lead to unhealthy eating patterns during non-fasting periods. It's crucial to find a balance that works for you, ensuring that your health journey is a marathon, not a sprint. Let's move on to the variability in fasting protocols. There's no shortage of methods to choose from. There's the 16-8 method, where you fast for 16 hours and eat during an 8-hour window. Then there's the 5-2 method, where you eat normally for 5 days and restrict calories to 500 to 600 for 2 non-consecutive days. The effectiveness and sustainability of these methods can vary based on what works best for your body and lifestyle. Lastly, but certainly not least, we turn our attention to nutritional quality. Regardless of the fasting protocol you choose, it's crucial to consume nutrient-dense foods during eating periods. Whole foods like vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and healthy fats should take center stage in your meals. This ensures you get adequate nutrient intake, making your fasting journey not just about when you eat, but also about what you eat. Remember, the effectiveness of IF significantly depends on your lifestyle, preference, and ability to stick to the eating pattern. So, what's the bottom line? Intermittent fasting is a dynamic dietary approach that can potentially aid in weight loss, improve metabolic health, and even enhance longevity. It's a method that encourages a natural reduction in calorie intake, improves metabolic flexibility, and can have positive effects on insulin sensitivity and blood sugar control. Moreover, studies suggest that it may offer benefits for heart and brain health, promote cellular repair, and possibly even reduce cancer risk. However, it's crucial to remember that these benefits are not universal, and individual results can vary significantly. The suitability of intermittent fasting hinges on personal health conditions and lifestyle choices. It's not appropriate for everyone, and certain individuals, especially those with specific health conditions, should exercise caution or avoid it altogether. Furthermore, the nutritional quality of the foods consumed during eating periods is paramount. The focus should be on nutrient-dense whole foods to ensure adequate intake. Intermittent fasting can offer several health benefits, but it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. Always consult a healthcare professional before starting any new diet regimen.